Igbo kwenu. Ndi Igbo kwenu. Ndi Igbo kwezenu. And I know the response now at the comment section. Breaking news. This one is coming from the DSS solitary confinement. I must tell you the gospel truth that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has spoken once again. And listen to what he said. And I quote, "We will not stop fighting for Biafra's freedom." Mazi Nnamdi Kanu vows from DSS detention camp. For you to know that this man have already made up his mind, even if he die in the cause of this pursuit, he will never ever give up the chase. So, all of us also that is outside, all of us where they out there, where they criticize him in one way or the other, most especially all these bloggers that are looking for cheap popularity and views and subscribers, make on hear them again from the horse's mouth. He said again, and I quote, "We will not stop fighting for Biafra's freedom." Mazi Nnamdi Kanu vows from the DSS detention facility. So, my good people, we don't have much time to waste, and we don't want to also waste your much time on listening to frivolities. I want us to tighten your seatbelts. Let us go to the main reason why we are here today. Please subscribe, like, share, and also comment. It is very necessary and it is very, very important part. Let us proceed with the news we have today. As you see, this one will be our anchor and the headline for today's news. So let us proceed, my wonderful people. Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Okwuchukwu Kanu, has stated that he will not back down from his struggle for the actualization of Biafra as a sovereign state. Kanu's legal counsel, Aloy Ejimakor, relied in his message via a tweet on Tuesday, which is yesterday. He noted that the pursuit of independence for Biafra is non-negotiable. According to Ejimakor, Kanu, who has been in the custody of the Department of State Service, DSS in Abuja since 2021, praised the IPOB members and Biafrans for their solidarity channel towards his release. The tweet reads, "Personal message from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I deeply appreciate the abiding solidarity of the people of Biafra and the entire IPOB noble family against my continued illegal detention. I assure you all that our pursuit of self-determination to its logical conclusion is non-negotiable." I repeat, it is non-negotiable. So, my wonderful people, now the headline of our news, MBD, so to make on do what? Make on wait, because more of the news is on the brink. Masobo backs Governor Mba on the sit at home, sues for peace. My question is, please, oh, my wonderful people, my Biafrans, either you belong to the Masob, or you belong to autopilot, or you belong to manual pilot, or you belong to the main IPOB. My question is this, I beg you, anybody who knows the answer to drop it at the comment section. Which one, if at all that the international community want to give us this referendum we are fighting for years now, or for a decade now, which of the platform or which of the group are they going to recognize? You see, when we at the media section talk some things, many of our people who are just following just following, they are just followers because others are following, because they like that person, or because they hate people from the other side. They keep on following that person. I said this thing one time in my one of my broadcasts, and I asked, I beg you, which one are we to follow? Are we following Masob or Biafra? Or are you following Masob or IPOB or autopilot or Biafran Nation League? Another one, there's another one again. That one is in Enugu State. There are something BZL or BLZ, something like that. Biafran Legion Zionist. All these platforms our people created just to siphon money from the gullibles, Biafran people. I can tell you categorically that only the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu movement is what is recognized. Anything that has to do with autopilot or manual pilot, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, we are just doing ourselves. Everybody wants to become a king. But before all these things, have you ever forgotten that we need to trace our trajectory? We need to trace our lineage before we can talk about anything Biafra or Masob or whatever. I know people will attack me, but I must say the truth. I stand on the way of nobody. You have right to your own opinion, and as well I have right to my own opinion. So come into my comment section to attack me with some illiterate words. It is not acceptable. If I lay my own right to exercise or exercise my own civil rights, if you don't like it, then let it be known to me, not to you. But that for me, I'm saying that we that are looking for this Biafra, to be honest with you guys, we are not serious. Because a lot of groups have arisen all in the quest for this Biafra. The lady international community now said they want to intervene on this issue. Are they going to intervene based on following Masop? Are they going to intervene based on IPOP? Are they going to intervene based on Simon Ekpa faction of autopilot? Or Biafran Nations League? Or this BZXL or whatever that emanated from Enugu State? Who is truly fighting for the emancipation of our people? Let me know your thoughts at the comment section. Come, let us deliberate. No abuse. If you choose to abuse me, my response might not be good to your hearing. You want to lay your own point, just categorically state your own point of view. You understand me? We are all born to learn. If I am wrong, you have every right to correct me. The world or the life we are living today is just like a university. We never graduate until we enter 6 feet. Are you hearing my point now? So if you're thinking that maybe you supported the fashion of Simon Ekpa, or you belong to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu faction, or you belong to the Masop, or Biafra Nations League, all these things is in quest for you to get the independence of Biafra, the Biafra referendum, which we have been fighting for some time now. But all this division that makes the world and also the Nigerians to see us as never serious people, we have to stop it. Enough is enough. Anybody is coming out with his own faction. Everybody want to be king. We don't naturally ways. We don't naturally know under any other person. That make people they look us finish and they use that adage. And that adage have been following us anywhere we go. Everybody want to be Igwe of this place and Igwe of there. Some people, if they cannot get whatever they want, they will go to any country, either China, Indonesia, whatever, and begin to answer Igwe China, Igwe Nka also. And all over the Igbo also, with the problem we are facing as the Igbo nations, as a Biafran republic, it is not wise. Okanku. Yes, we need to come together and address this issue. We never help us in this quest to get the Biafra. Because the more you create more groups, the more they see you as nobody is serious. Because the same people who will fight for the Biafra or who will join hands together to make it a reality are still the same people who are going from one place to the other, creating problems, all in the name of creating their own groups because they want to be answered, or they want the gullibles to be contributing money for them on a monthly basis for them to be using to take care of their family. And I call all those ones failures. They have already failed. They have already failed in the area to make something out of their life. The only way they feel they can succeed is to be feeding on the gullibles. In other words, creating a movement that have no taproot and name it one thing or the other. Everybody is looking for Biafra. That is why you see a lot of insecurity in the land. Because the fashion of autopilot will not like the fashion of manual pilot. And all of them create their own militia. This one will come out today and say, oh, we have sit at home. Another form will come and say, there's no sit at home. Okay, Masob now, done the back governor of Enugu State on the issue of enforcing sit at home in the state. Despite the fact that the sit at home again in the southeastern part of the country is not constitutional. They did it from 2021 to salvage or to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free from the detention. But since then, have we helped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to regain the freedom even when the court of competent jurisdiction says otherwise? And the Nigerian government do their own otherwise. So why not for we to come together, all this MASSOB, autopilot, manual pilot, Biafra Nations League and the Zionists and the rest of them come together as one mouth. When we pursue this thing in one accord, we must surely get with what we want, because united we all stand and divided we do what? Ayadakasia will fall in pieces. Now so, no, I rest my case. Let us proceed with the news. I don't even talk about the news why I'm supposed to give to my people. I beg, make una pardon me. The movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, MASSOB, has backed Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State on his directive to end the regular seat or regular Monday sit at home. MASSOB said the directives by the Enugu State government is to govern offices, businesses, transporters, schools, among others, to resume full operations was in order, as genuine pro-Biafra agitators have since jettisoned the idea of Monday sit at home long before now. MASSOB, in a statement on Monday by Comrade Edison Samuel, East National Director of Information, said the organization and the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, through their lawyer, has since called on Igbo to go about their normal businesses because they didn't want to inflict more pains on our people. Even if the sit at home should last for 1 month or more, it is only our people and the businesses that will suffer and not the federal government. I keep saying it, and that is the simple truth. We, the members of MASSOB, advise those agents working against the interests of our own people and the stabilization of Igbo land to desist and give peace a chance. Our stand as the mother of all pro-Biafra groups remains that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released for peace to be restored in Nigeria and Igbo land at large. But we do not believe that the quest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, both of which are our collective struggles, are synonymous with the creation of the state, fear, insecurity, and waste of lives and properties, all of which are unhealthy to peace, entrepreneurship, productivity, investment, and development in our own homeland. But we cannot allow fear, insecurity, and unproductivity to take over our region. Consequently, it is noteworthy that the idea of enforcing a compulsory sit at home on Mondays has since been jettisoned by all genuine agitators. Therefore, the position of the Enugu State government, as announced by Governor Peter Mba, is not different from the position of MASSOB and all true lovers of the peace and development of Igbo land. We enjoin the people to go about their businesses on Mondays without fear of molestation, as any attempt to molest them will be fully resisted by MASSOB and other pro-Biafra agitators. MASSOB equally calls on Simon Ekpa and any other comrades in the struggle to desist from anything that could create panic in any form. We must give peace a chance, the statement reads. Alright, hear am, and so it take be. It don't happen again. Oh, this one is coming from Shehu Sani, and I remember this man now. He will never keep his mouth shut. Every day, that's so he man the doctor they run ta 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 ta. He don't come out now. Come and accuse the El-Rufai. Say our 2018, El-Rufai give an order. Say anytime where they see him for Kaduna State, say they should find him. Say from 2015 all down to 2018 that man called Malam Nasir El-Rufai was intoxicated with the power and keep on dealing with people who feel that they are the enemies of his administration. How El-Rufai gave the order for my mother, Shehu Sani laments. A former senator representing Kaduna Central in the National Assembly, Shehu Sani, has claimed that erstwhile former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, gave order that he must be murdered if he visits the state. Nigerian News recalled that some days back, The former lawmaker alleged that God saved him from being kidnapped under the regime of El-Rufai, which spanned from 2015 to 2023. He claimed that he could have gone missing like Abubakar Dadiyata, but got lucky. He said, "I would have been another Dadiyata. This is how the Almighty saved my life under the government of Mr. El-Rufai from 2015 to 2023. Dadiyata, a journalist, was declared missing on August 2 of 2019. He went missing when unidentified men seized him from his residence in a Banawa neighborhood of Kaduna State. In a fresh post on his Twitter page, Sani has once again stated that in the month of May 2018, Madam El-Rufai publicly ordered the resident of Kaduna State to kill him if he visits the state. He wrote, "Intoxicated by power, in the month of May 2018, now retired El-Rufai publicly called on the people of Kaduna to unleash violence against me and other senators anytime we come into Kaduna State. The clear directive was to kill me and others. The venue was Ranchers Bees Stadium." Wow, this one is getting out of hand though. This Malam Nasir El-Rufai, does it mean that this man now is against above the law of Nigeria? Anyway, there's nothing I have to say because they are the lawmakers that made law that they cannot keep to. But if a poor man did anything, the law will then work on that poor man. House of Reps summoned Emefiele others over unrecorded payment of 32.5 billion naira. The governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Governor Godwin Emefiele, has been summoned by the House of Representatives over an unrecorded payment of about 32.5 billion naira made to two companies, Messrs. GSCL Consulting and BizPlus. Nigeria report that summoned along with the CBN boss where the Auditor General of the Federation, the Accountant General of the Federation, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Managing Directors of ExxonMobil and Nigeria Ajib Oil Company, among others. It was learned that Emefiele and the others were called to appear before the House and ad hoc committee investigating the missing 48 million barrels of crude oil. Where this money gone to? Nobody have given account of it. Announcing the summons during the resumed investigative hearing yesterday in Abuja, the committee chairman, Mark Gibla, expressed displeasure over the failure of Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, to provide answers to the questions the committee sent to it, while claiming that the questions were unclear. The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Bashiri Yusuf Jamo, who also appeared before the committee, said about $1.7 billion judgment sum was still outstanding for the federal government to claim from a company that was found guilty of making a false declaration about the crude oil it took from the country. The committee's chairman, however, noted that available records show that the CBN paid 16.5 billion naira each to two companies on the same day, adding that the said amount was withdrawn by the companies within 2 months. Gibla said Nigerians have the right to know why that amount was paid to the two companies, especially when the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, denied knowledge of the payment. So Abubakar Malami now has become former. It remarked that because of lack of response to the committee's invitations, summons has to be issued by the House of Managing Director of Nigeria Ajib Oil Company, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, SNEPCO, and the SPDC, the Auditor General of the Federation, the Central Bank Governor, because of their lack of appearance to issue requests for the House, the GSCL Consulting Limited and BizPlus, with regard to payment of 16.5 billion naira on the same day to these two different companies. Speaking further about the $1.7 billion judgment sum yet to be recovered by the government, Gibla said there exist about 9 other cases with regard to the alleged theft of Nigerian crude oil. This issue is not in our imagination. There is a formal legal judgment on this issue, and there are cases still pending with regard to Nigerian crude oil. I call on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, relevant stakeholders and anti-graft agencies to realize that Nigerians are waiting for an explanation regarding why the $1.7 billion has not been recovered from the Atlantic Energy Drilling Concept with regard to the judgment against them since 2020. This money that belongs to all Nigerians, and we expect that it should be appropriately accounted for, according to the news we have here. Please, hold on to your faith, because we have a lot going. They're gonna see the lawyer will not get a certificate. According by law, Peter Obi is expected to hang Tinubu's photo in all his businesses. Reno Omokili, lawyer will not get what? Will not get certificate. Former presidential aide Reno Omokili has all the Labour Party supporters to be objective about politics and avoid hatred. Nigerian report that Reno gave the advice in a post via his social media page, stressing that the elections are over and Peter Obi supporters should focus on the new administration of Bola Tinubu. According to him, many Labour Party supporters lack political maturity and intelligence, which he described as hatred and not politics. Reno Omonkita further stated that by law, the former governor of Anambra State is expected to hang a photo of Tinubu in all his businesses, adding that Tinubu is now the president pending the outcome of the court case in the tribunal. He wrote, sadly, many of Peter Obi's supporters lack political maturity and emotional intelligence. If I praise Tinubu, they will attack me and say I have collected money from him or want appointments. These guys are better suited for war. In their minds, if you supported another candidate during the elections, you must hate Tinubu and condemn anything he does. But that is not politics, that is hatred. Elections are over. The case is now in court. There's nothing we can do about it. Now we must focus on the government. Who is the president for now? Tinubu by law. Even Peter Obi has to hang Tinubu's photo in all his businesses, and from his ward to his local government, to his state government, they must all adorn Tinubu's picture, according to Reno Omonkita. Be objective. Rein in your propensity to insult, support Nigeria. If Tinubu does well, encourage him. If he does wrong, discourage him by criticizing and opposing him. Because whether you like it or not, he is the driver of a car on which you are a passenger. If he crashes that car, you will crash too, according to Reno Omokili. Wahala, no dey finish. That's what we take here today. Reno, you don't carry come again. Popular University of Ibadan professor shot dead by unknown gunmen. 800 and something people have been killed. No, have been kidnapped. And over 40 something, according to the news this morning, have been killed in this our new administration. What is happening? I don't know. A professor of social and environmental forestry at the University of Ibadan in Oyo State, Opeyemi Ajowole, has been shot dead by unknown armed men. Nigerian report that Oyo police spokesperson Adewale Osifiso confirmed the incident on Tuesday. The matter is under investigation. Updates will be provided accordingly. Please, he was quoted as saying, Adewale was said to have been murdered on Monday night while reportedly heading home from his school. Killings upon killings every day by day in the so-called country of Nigeria. INEC has broken Guinness World Record, now an international embarrassment, according to the Hollywood politician and a lawyer, Kenneth Okonkwo. The spokesperson or spokesson or spokesdaughter of the 2020 Labour Party Ubidati Presidential Campaign Council, Kenneth Okonkwo, had accused the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, of lack of neutrality. Speaking as regards the ongoing presidential election petition tribunal, Okonkwo said INEC is making all efforts to please a particular group. He added that with such actions, INEC under Professor Mahmood Yakubu has broken the Guinness World Record as the worst electoral commission on earth. The Labour Party chieftain expressed dismay while submitting that INEC is objecting to its own documents just to please some parties in the tribunal. The actor cum politician stated that INEC by its action has become an international embarrassment to Nigeria. Taking to his Twitter account on Tuesday, he wrote, "We are back today again at the Presidential Election Petition Court. For the continuation of our petition, I can confidently say that INEC under Professor Mahmood Yakubu has broken the Guinness World Record as the worst electoral commission on planet Earth. How can INEC stand up in court to say, 'My Lord, I object to the tendering of INEC's certified true copies of the election results'?" Nigeria is a cruise. I said it earlier. If you want to cruise well, my brother Biko, log on to www.nigerianews.com. You must cruise, whether with a flight or with a boat or without anything. Just log on to it. You must surely take your cruise. This institution is becoming an international embarrassment to Nigeria. I have never seen where an organization, which by law ought to be neutral, is shamelessly objecting to its own documents just to please some quarters. Well, God is in control and we put our trust in Him. Nigeria reports Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi are contesting the outcome of the 2023 presidential election, in which Bola Tinubu of All Poverty Congress was declared a winner. And that is where they stand for now. So anything you are doing, make sure that you do what? You follow. If you are following, subscribe, like, and share. Akpabio faces more oppositions as more lawmakers elect withdraw support from him. As the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly draws closer, the consensus candidate of All Poverty Congress APC for the seat of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has continued to face opposition from within the party. Since last month, when the APC National Working Committee named him and Barau Jibrin as the party's consensus candidate for the seat of the Senate President and Deputy respectively, they have faced various oppositions from within the party. Nigerians understand that this time around, Akpabio's camp has experienced another setback days before the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly, because even senators-elect that were hitherto supporting him have continued to withdraw their support. A senator